In this video, we're going to break down why Pawbert Lynxley ranks as the best twist villain in the Zootopia franchise so far. He's that rare type of character who pulls a huge crowd of supporters to his side, even though everyone knows he's a straight-up villain and far from a good person deep down. The big draw here is his struggle, feeling completely rejected by his own family and pushing himself to do absolutely anything to finally win their approval, no matter who gets hurt in the process. That's the exact point where Pawbert crosses into unforgivable territory, and yet you see people jumping to his defense. They latch onto that one piece of his backstory because it hits close to home for so many people who've dealt with family rejection or the ache of not fitting in. It creates this emotional pull that makes his pain feel real and shared, even as his choices spiral into something destructive. But let's be clear, calling him a good guy doesn't hold up at all. He's not. His actions prove he's got a harmful edge that can't be overlooked. What sets him apart is how likable he remains as a villain, thanks to his unpredictable nature that catches everyone off guard.
Wow, mammals get the best stuff!
No, wait, not that! Turn it off! So, we should probably get to the journal.
You never quite expect him to flip into full villain mode because his personality shines through as genuinely fun and charismatic right from the beginning. He paints this picture of himself as someone who's suffered real mistreatment from his family, which checks out as true, but who's dead set on breaking the cycle by being better than them and making the right calls.
We're gonna help your partner, the same way we're gonna help the city. We stop my family and show everyone the truth.
That's the steady impression he builds over time, drawing you in and making you root for his growth. It all builds to that gut punch betrayal scene, where he doesn't hesitate to turn on and even try to kill the ones who've stuck by him through thick and thin, all for a slim chance at his father's acceptance. That moment flips the script completely and shows the true cost of his desperation. It transforms him from a figure you might pity into a fully realized threat. His arc works so well because it mixes sympathy with shock, leaving you rethinking every clue along the way and appreciating how masterfully the story hides his darker intentions until it's too late. Pawbert Lynxley's villain arc really shines because the story gives him so much build-up and screen time early on, making him seem like a good guy for a good while. You get plenty of scenes where he comes across as sympathetic and relatable, laughing with others, sharing his struggles, and acting like he's on the right side of things. Then the twist hits, flipping everything upside down, and that slow build is what makes it land so much harder. Compare that to Bellwether from the first Zootopia film, who barely shows up until her reveal much later. She doesn't get those extended moments to win you over or let you connect with her side of things beforehand, so her turn feels more sudden but less earned on an emotional level. Pawbert's father, Milton Lynxley, takes a totally different approach too. He's upfront about being the bad guy right from the start, with no real effort to hide his ruthless personality or shady actions.
Kill the snake. We'll burn the journal. If he wants it, it's dangerous. And you two will file a report that he attacked us. And you will keep your mouths shut.
There's no surprise there because you know exactly what you're getting with him, which works for his role but lacks the clever misdirection that Pawbert pulls off so well. A lot of people are holding out hope that Pawbert gets some kind of redemption arc in the next film, turning himself around to become a better person. He actually had clear openings to make that shift during his story, moments where he could have chosen differently and broken away from his dark path. He turned them down flat though, doubling down on his choices instead. That makes rooting for his comeback understandable. His early likability leaves you wanting him to rise above it all, but it's far from a sure thing, since part of what makes him stand out is that uncertainty about whether he even can change. Even with all that potential, he's still firmly a twisted character, right there alongside his father Milton and the rest of his messed up family. Milton, as the head of the household and father to Pawbert plus his two older siblings, pulls all the strings and drives the really awful stuff they do. But that family pressure doesn't excuse Pawbert, Kitty, and Catrick's actions. They're just as guilty and harmful as he is, carrying on the same cycle of wrong without pushing back.